Welcome to Real Talk, Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and today we have IFBB Pro Mallory Haldeman from Las Vegas, Nevada on the show. Welcome, Mallory. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
So I read that you just opened your own gym in Las Vegas. Congratulations. And tell
Thank
us a little
you.
bit about it.
Yes, well, we just opened a brand new gym called Edge Fitness here in Las Vegas. It's a smaller size comparable, like we don't have locker rooms or anything, but we had an artist come in and we created a really, really awesome atmosphere for people. We hope to be able to motivate them more to work out. We have a really cool lounge and um, just to give a really cool atmosphere, something that you don't really see too often in the gyms in town. So,
Oh, okay,
and we've
nice.
been open today. We've been open for 2 weeks, and we seem to be doing very well. So I'm very excited about it.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us, what got you into the fitness, the first place?
Well, originally I was into rock climbing, and unfortunately, I experienced a fall. This was probably about 3 years ago now, almost, and I broke both my ankles. So I was in a wheelchair and on crutches for quite some time. I had surgery. It was a really long recovery. And during that time, I wasn't able to do any. I used to be really into running, so I couldn't run anymore and I couldn't climb. So I kind of resorted to weight training as a way to kind of keep me in shape. Although at the time, I didn't really know too much about it. But if I didn't know if I really liked it at first. It's different. To me,
Yeah.
it was a very um, foreign activity. I just thought it was mostly for guys, and I didn't want to get huge. So
Yeah.
um, I went and learned weight training, and within a few months, I found that this is what I've been missing. This is what I like. I'm actually now, like, looking back, like, even though the recovery was very long, like, I'm very thankful for the opportunity I had to, like, learn weight training, because I'm happier doing that than anything else I've tried. So I love it, and I love it for staying in shape, and I mean it just like to be healthy too.
Yeah.
But and I think that I run into now, like, a lot of girls, they're scared to step off of the treadmill or do
Yeah.
anything other than cardio. And there's so many other benefits to resistance training.
All right.
And yeah, so I'm very happy that I've been able to learn and do well with that.
Do you still do rock climbing?
I do, actually. One of the reasons why I relocated to Vegas, originally I'm from the Northeast, from Philadelphia area,
Yeah.
and relocated here about 2 years ago because, you know, the sun is always shining and it's beautiful here. The mountains are all close by. Like, obviously, Red Rock Canyon is right here in Las Vegas. So there's a lot of rock climbing, there's a lot of outdoor activity, and it's just a lot better than living in the Northeast where it's cold a lot of the year and it rains. So the weather is not as good for being into any kind of fitness related activities.
Okay, so it's weather like Amsterdam, like here in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So, okay. And you also compete on a very high level. How do you deal with the pressure?
Oh, that's a good question. I have be competing. Like, last year was my first year to compete at the Olympia, and that was when I really started feeling the pressure. I do well keeping busy. Having the gym here and everything going on for me allows me actually to perform better. Before I had moved here to Las Vegas, I was not working for a little while because we were going into a move, and I found, actually, like, keeping busy, it makes it a lot easier for me to deal with the stress,
I
and the
agree.
training itself is quite a stress reliever.
I agree. Yeah, yeah.
The 2 hours a day, or plus that I spend training right now, kind of preoccupies my mind. So by the time I get home at night, I'm tired. And the other thing
Yeah.
is sleep. Sleep is so important, especially when you're on any kind of training program or trying to lose weight, or, I mean, if you're stressed and you're not sleeping, like your body just doesn't respond well. So especially when I'm prepping for a show, I always make sure like sleep, I get my 8 hours, and, on the weekends I try to get 9 or 10 hours, and I can see that my body just responds so much better when I'm getting that sleep.
How would you describe your current approach to training?
Well, I mean, it's fairly traditional, I think, to a lot of the athletes that do compete. I do 5 day split for body parts, so like legs, arms, shoulders, chest, and back. I always take 2 rest days per week, and then traditional cardio program. Uh, Off season, I do cardio probably like 30 minutes, 5 days a week. But as the show gets closer, I do usually do the 2 a day. So morning and then afternoon, I'll do some more cardio. And also as the show gets closer too, I'm not eating as much carbs or fats, so I don't want to deplete my body too much. So I usually go a lot lighter with the weights, higher with the reps, and kind of use my weight training as almost like some cardio and interval as well.
You just mentioned you take 2 days off for rest.
Yes,
Can you tell us some more about the rest days? How important it is?
the rest days are super important, especially when you're training hard. You have to give your muscles time to recover, and if you don't, you'll just be breaking them down even more. So you want to be able, like I was talking about earlier with sleeping at night, taking rest days and allowing that recovery so your muscles can heal and grow is just as important.
Yeah, I agree, totally. How important is mindset when it comes to your training?
Mindset,
Yes.
mindset also very important. You can have a lot of things going on in life, like right now with opening the gym, and we also recently in December opened a vitamin store, General GNC.
Great.
And there's a lot that we have going on right now, and it can detract at times from your training. If you're not focused, it can get tough. So, and always having a support system too, like my family, my parents. I was just home to see them last week. Like, they understand, they're very supportive. We go out to dinner and they're not trying to like have me have lots of desserts and stuff like that. I know people that compete, that maybe they're dating someone, or they're married, or they're living at home with their parents, and they don't have that support system, and it allows them to not be as focused, and I think it definitely detracts when you don't have that mindset, and then you have that support.
So mindset and support goes together.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. What are some of your goals for the new year?
Well, with this new year, I'm going to be competing here in March, and obviously I'll be focusing on that. I think I'm doing 3 shows in March. But after that, I'm planning to be off at least for the summertime, because we actually we're looking at some properties here to open a second gym and kind of continue our goal here with like having multiple locations. So, the end goal for me is, I love competing, but, this is my business here too. So definitely my goals are to have this gym here continue to grow and thrive, and hopefully like mid-year be looking at opening our second location.
Oh,
So.
you will definitely open a second location.
Well,
I know
thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank you.
How do you combine running your business with being a professional athlete?
It helps and it hinders too, because that first, I would say, because of how much time I have to put into my own training right now, I'm not able to give as much of that time to my business. That, it could definitely be some benefit for me to be able to spend more time with my clients and hear, like, talking to potential new members of the gym and marketing the gym, which is why I'm looking forward to having some time this summer to be able to do that, starting in April.
Okay. Mallory, can you tell us what has been your best life experience this far?
Life experience. As far as competing goes, being on the Olympia stage was like the best experience I've had to date. I mean, I've been in the audience watching those girls. Like I've followed all their stories online and looked at pictures of them, and nothing can prepare you for what it's like to actually get on stage with them. I mean, it's very the feeling of accomplishment is I can't even explain. I mean, that was definitely one of the most exciting things that I've done in my life. So I'm definitely proud of that.
You're motivated to be at your best.
There's some days are better than others, but when you start just competing at that high level, I think is a huge motivation for me. My past, like how I've done in the sport kind of motivates me to, there's always room for improvement, and I'm a very competitive person, so I always want to do better. And I think that's what motivates me. Also, I have my own girls here that I train, and I always want to be like impressing them, and like I'm their motivator, so I'm always wanting to strive to do better, to encourage and motivate them as well. So kind of, yeah.
Yeah, great mindset, yes. Where can people follow you online?
Well, my website is MalloryHaldeman.com. I am on Twitter at MalloryIFBB, and Facebook is also Mallory Haldeman.
Okay, I will make sure to put all the links below this video so that they can check you out.
Thank you. And be sure to let them know if they're ever in Las Vegas. They can come and check out Edge Fitness.
Yes.
So
I will definitely come to Las Vegas and will come visit you.
If you are ever here on vacation, make sure you stop by.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mallory, for being on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks everyone for watching and for following me. And if you ever see me out or drop me an email or something online. Thanks.
Thank you again. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and I will see you on the next episode of the Real Talk Real Women.